Right now, though, let's get some Sleaze with Fram.
Starting with some really sad news, Barnes. Suzanne Somers has passed away. She died early Sunday morning after decades-long battle with cancer. From her family, Suzanne Somers passed away peacefully at home in the early morning hours. She survived an aggressive form of breast cancer for over 23 years. You know, she was supposed to turn 77 today.
Oh, really? On Monday?
Surrounded by her loving husband, Alan, her son, Bruce, and her immediate family. Rest in peace, Suzanne Somers.
Yeah, rest in peace. What an incredible pop culture icon that is gone. You will be missed.
Well, you know, Saturday Night Live opened this week's season 49 premiere. No skit, though. Instead, host Pete Davidson discussing, quote, the horrible images and stories from Israel and Gaza.
And I know what you're thinking. Who better to comment on it than Pete Davidson? Well, in a lot of ways, I am a good person to talk about it because when I was 7 years old, my dad was killed in a terrorist attack. So I know something about what that's like. I saw so many terrible pictures this week of children suffering, Israeli children and Palestinian children. And it took me back to a really horrible, horrible place. And, you know, no one in this world deserves to suffer like that, you know, especially not kids, you know. After my dad died, my mom tried pretty much everything she could do to cheer me up. I remember one day when I was 8, she got me what she thought was a Disney movie, but it was actually the Eddie Murphy stand-up special, Delirious. And we played it in the car on the way home, and when she heard the things Eddie Murphy was saying, she tried to take it away. But then she noticed something. For the first time in a long time, I was laughing again. I don't understand it. I really don't, and I never will. But sometimes comedy is really the only way forward through tragedy. You know, my heart is with everyone whose lives have been destroyed this week. But tonight, I'm going to do what I've always done in the face of tragedy, and that's try to be funny.
That really there couldn't have been another person that could have done that.
That was actually surprising. You know, I had remembered about his father, Scott Matthew Davidson. He was a New York firefighter and died in the World Trade Center.
Yeah, sad.
Strong opening. But surprise, surprise, the premiere also showed a cameo from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I mean, timing. Kelce, well, first of all, Taylor was on the screen. She wanted to introduce her friend, Ice Spice. Remember, they sat together during the VMAs for her second performance of the night. And then earlier in the night...
Hold on, I can't believe they even allowed her to do that. I mean, who would just allow someone just decide they wanted to introduce the artist?
Yeah, at the last minute. Well, Taylor Swift can do whatever she wants.
I know. Here's that whole 2 seconds. This is all you got, Swifties, on the show.
Once again, Ice Spice.
That's it.
Yeah. And then earlier in the night, an NFL Fox Sunday sketch mocked how much attention the league has been paying to, of course, Taylor and Travis Kelce and their rumored romance.
Pretty funny, especially the impersonation of Michael Strahan is pretty dead on.
Jimmy, come on. Everybody knows I'm the biggest Swiftie here.
Oh, please. You? You're not even on Swift Talk.
Oh, have you even seen Taylor live?
What were your secret songs?
Forever and Always and This Love.
You got This Love? Oh, my God, I am not okay.
Knock it off. People tuned in for football, okay? These two teams, they got a lot of bad blood. Because we used to have bad love, but baby, now we got bad blood. Hey! Okay, you know what? I'm done. When we get back, we are going to speak with someone who actually wants to talk football.
Yes! Well, right there, they cut the Travis Kelce on the sidelines. He looks like he's in his pajamas.
He does have sort of an interesting look with his fashion choices.
Mark my words, this is a financial arrangement with the NFL and Taylor Swift. I
Barnes
believe
and
it.
His conspiracy theories.
Why else would she go to 3 games in full sight, no secretive at all? This is a payoff, and the NFL wants young women and now they've got him. Guarantee you there's a paper trail.
Barnes, I believe in true love, and I think she is just so happy right now in this new romance.
The Benjamins, that's the true love.
Big weekend for Madonna, taking the stage Saturday evening for the first night of her rescheduled tour. She did speak publicly of her recent serious illness, telling the crowd, "I didn't think I was going to make it." This was at London's O2 Arena. "Neither did my children. That's why I woke up with them all around me. I forgot 5 days of my life or my death, but the angels were protecting me. If you want to know my secret, how I survived, I thought, I've got to be there for my children. I've got to pull through it for them." I was all over Twitter, Barnes. She looked and sounded incredible. Let's see what happens. The Madonna tour is full on now.
Well, I'm glad she's better. She definitely, once she's done touring, has a great career as a ventriloquist because you can't even see her face move at all when she's singing because it's so tight.
It is tight, but I actually thought she looked really good. You're going to be really happy about this news. Suits, the show you love.
Oh, yeah.
Streaming so successful that a new show is being planned.
Love it.
Highly rated on Netflix. I think it surprised everyone. So now the creator, Aaron Korsh, is developing an offshoot of the series for NBC Universal. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, supposedly it's going to take place in L.A. and not have the original cast, which kind of bums me out. I wish they would at least bring a few of them. They can leave Meghan Markle behind. She was the worst part of the show. But yeah, I would like the other guys to come back.
It's super interesting that this is happening, but the power of these streaming shows, seriously.
But the power they're not getting paid for, which is the other part. Like, it's killed it on Netflix, and the only person seeing it is him, the creator, not the actors.
That's too bad. Well, this is actually really good news. Mary Lou Retton is on the mend. Earlier this month, she was admitted to the hospital where she's since been in ICU battling a rare form of pneumonia. Now, in a statement over the weekend by her daughters, Shayla and McKenna, we're thrilled to share some uplifting updates. Mom's progress is truly remarkable. Prayers have been felt and have been answered. Although she's still in ICU, her path to recovery is steadily unfolding. Wow. Remember, it was like she was on her deathbed, and now this.
Yeah, sometimes people are good. They raised over $400,000 in that GoFundMe for her, and shocking that she doesn't have insurance. That still blows me away, but yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm so happy that people, responded. So, I don't know if you saw this headline. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has sort of a blunt response to the Seinfeld reunion rumors.
What'd she say?
Because, Jerry was on and on about, I got a little secret for you. Here's what I can tell you. I'm working on something, right? She's like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh.
Now, some people are saying, is she lying because she knows something's in the work? Or does she really not know what the hell he's talking about?
Yeah, that's interesting because that could have been laid out. That's your play. You act like you know nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
But he did just drop that in stand-up. It wasn't like he dropped it in some big TV interview.
She's got to know something.
Has to.
Thought this was interesting. Joe Jonas reportedly filed to dismiss his divorce case after mediation with Sophie Turner. I think it's just he's taking it out of the court. Apparently that's what that means, to pursue an amicable resolution of all issues. I'll keep you posted on that because it seems to be changing every single day. Wow, one of the greatest actors of our generation, Michael Caine, is reporting he is going to retire. Well, he's 90.
It's time. Maybe time.
He's been in so many huge movies. Hopefully he's won a bunch of Oscars too, but love Michael Caine. Barnes, I'm not asking if you saw the naked, steamy new video from Lenny Kravitz where he is naked, but I do have some information for you about what the song means. TK421.
Yeah, you want to hear a funny story about that?
Yeah.
That we did, the 99X file I host, which is music news, and show you how much of a dork that I'm not, but that I am. I called it TK421, and I get this call. It aired one time like that, and I get a call from Steve, and he goes, hey, if you don't want the Star Wars people to be mad at you, it's TK421. I was like, oh, snap. Let me fix it. I don't want the Star Wars. I don't want lightsabers coming my way, so I fixed it.
You kind of had to.
I'm not a Star Warsian.
Well, the song pays tribute to Star Wars with the title referring to an Imperial stormtrooper who was stationed on board the Death Star in the film. Now, that phrase is also cheekily included in the Boogie Nights movie. Same year, 1977, same year Star Wars was released. And, you know, if you're a Lenny fan, the 12th studio album, Blue Electric Light, is coming out March 15th.
And there's no way that everyone, if you're not a Star Wars person, you would have been like, whatever. But I am, mark it on your bingo, the only person who ever got in trouble at work for saying something wrong that had a Star Wars reference. Yeah.
I really dig Lenny's sound. I mean, it's kind of classic Lenny Kravitz, right?
Classic.
Hey, I haven't gotten to this episode yet of The Morning Show, but Jennifer Aniston and Jon Hamm really let go during a sex scene. It's according to the director. Twitter complimented how she looked. One person said, "I'll put collagen in my coffee if I can have a body like that." Are you watching?
No, but I am now. I'm coming back.
Come back after
I took a little break.
Learning of a sex scene with Jon Hamm?
Listen, there's a new 90 Day Fiancé out, and they've really kind of jumped the shark. I know it took 10 seasons for them to do so, but it's a little strange this time, so I may pick back up now that you told me that.
Hey, you Walking Dead fans, Daryl and Carol are finally reuniting. Melissa McBride joined the cast of The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon, season 1 finale, and she'll be along for all of season 2.
I mean, it's so strange to hear these stories because if you don't know, when you hear that girl go, 99X, that's Melissa McBride, who worked as a voice artist with us in the very, very beginning. We need to get her back in. Hey, Melissa, come see us.
Jessica Simpson kind of had a laugh off this super awkward moment on Saturday. She was on Instagram. She talked about this. She was out at the mall with her daughter. A fan came up and wanted her to sign an autograph and wanted to sign it Britney Spears. Oops.
Well, she's probably just offended because Britney's having a rough go of it. And the fact that that girl thought she was Britney, she just thought she got her stuff together real quick.
Did you see the new video of Britney?
Another knife video?
There's a new one in her. It kind of reminded me of when I had my finger cut off.
Oh, with the Band-Aid, yeah. The bandage.
The Band-Aid and the blood. I'm like, what? Kevin Spacey's attempted career comeback has suffered a huge blow with the London cinema dropping to host the premiere of the movie. This is at the Prince Charles Cinema. When they found out he was involved in the movie Control, they decided they did not want to be involved at all. How's he going to have a comeback?
Great description there, a huge blow.
Yeah, thank you, Barnes.
Thanks for that, Leslie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was acquitted, but how will people receive it? I don't know. Maybe if he goes back to television?
We know his manager. Maybe we could call his manager.
I don't know that he's doing interviews, but we'll see.
John Lennon's ex, May Pang, says that the late musician still wanted to write with Paul McCartney even after the split. You know, she dated John for 18 months. It was that weird period, 1973 to 75, with his breakup with Yoko. He had this fling with May Pang, and now she's retelling this story in this documentary, The Lost Weekend, a love story. She did say that he talked about, my mind goes to maybe I should start writing with Paul again.
Man, you know that just pisses Yoko off. Girlfriend was in the hot seat for 18 months, and she's coming out.
And she's bringing it up again after all these years.
Yoko's like shaking that finger. No.
That is your Celebrity Sleaze.